Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message for the air signs. This is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Cross-watchers, you're welcome as well, especially those of you that are dealing with the low vibrating air sign. Flip the roles however you see fit, but everyone please only take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into this message. We're going to begin with the tarot dice. Things are going to get a little loud for a hot minute, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe, what is going on in the air sign energy, and what is it do the air signs need to know at this time? Okay. We have the Chariot practically going reversed. Something's going downhill fast. Somebody here decided not to move forward with something, no longer to take action in something. This could be you. You decided to no longer pursue something. You no longer see something as a wise choice or a wise investment here. I feel like you're letting something slip away because you know it's not in your highest good. We do have the Four of Cups here. I feel like air signs, you're getting rid of some kind of distraction. This distraction could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, a behavior, a workplace. Take it however resonates for your situation, but the energy here is getting rid of something here that you are no longer interested in, something here that no longer brings you joy. I feel like it's costing you more than what it's actually giving you. Costs more than what it's worth. And you're realizing that you've been missing out on something else that you potentially could want with this Four of Cups. It's also the energy here of finally, you know, it's interesting because when I was pre-shuffling, what really caught my eye was when I was pre-shuffling the affirmation cards, and inspiration and courage came out. So something here about having the courage to follow your inspiration, to follow your passion, to follow your actual heart's desire. You know, and sometimes we can put things on the back burner, right? Because life tends to get in the way. Whether that's wanting to make a radical life change when it comes to our behavior, or wanting to change careers, or even changing workplaces, or finally getting rid of the people that we've just been suffering with or putting up with, right? Because we felt like we didn't have any other choice or any other option. I feel like you're letting something slip away because you know that it's just been damaging to you. It costs more than what it's worth. Three of Swords reversed. We have a High Priestess and a Queen of Wands. There you are, being passionate, being brave, being bold. The Queen of Wands is somebody here who knows exactly what she wants. Male or female, this is somebody here who knows what they want and they're not afraid to go after it. In a healthy, positive sense, this is like somebody here who's not afraid of healthy competition, of doing the right thing, because somebody here knows that they can stand out from everybody else. You know, this is the Queen of Wands, the type of energy here of somebody who, embraces their own differences and uses them to help them stand out. We have a High Priestess here. Strong Aquarius, Cancer, Leo energy here. So far, wow, Five of Swords. Yeah, you've been going around in circles at a situation here that's been bringing you nothing but hurt, nothing but pain, nothing but betrayal, maybe a lot of broken, empty promises here. The Five and the Three of Swords equals the Eight of Swords, so it's definitely left you trapped here. It's kind of given the energy here, if you were dealing with someone, this could be a boss or an individual that you were dealing with, or this could even be yourself here that's been someone's been applying some kind of negative pressure here, trying to keep somebody confined in some kind of mental prison. Whether this was a thought pattern or a belief that you once held, or this is a belief that somebody forced onto you. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups reversed. There's been no love in this situation. You know that... I feel like you've been putting up with something that you necessarily didn't want to be able to put up with, or, like I said earlier, something that you felt like you had to put up with. And this had to do with something here to do with the long term. Some kind of long-term investment here with this Ten of Pentacles. This could be in consideration of where you wanted to invest your life, your soul into. Either way, I feel like you've been keeping your cards close to your chest with this High Priestess card. You've been moving in silence. And that's why things are slipping away here, because people don't know what you're up to, so they don't know how to manipulate you. They don't know what to use against you. I feel like you're at this point here where I also feel like not only are you not interested in something anymore, you also don't have love for something anymore. And you know it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't bring you anything. This could be you recovering from maybe a poor decision that you've made some time ago that you felt like you had to settle with. But I feel like you're getting to that point where you're like, no, I don't have to settle for this. I don't have to accept this. I don't have to... Something here about it was a lesson, not a life sentence. Even if it's the idea or the feeling of I'm not going to get any better, or this is the one big chance or the big opportunity that I have. It's something along those lines. And I feel like somebody here, whether in work or relationships somehow, whether that's family, friend, or lover, it's given the energy of somebody trying to force something on to you by manipulating the way that you think about the situation. But the truth is that your heart is just not in it. And eventually, your heart will outweigh your mind. Especially if there's this longing energy, and I feel like you've been longing for something more, something better, something more fruitful. Something that can withstand the test of time. Universe, tell us more for the air signs, please. And I feel like you've given yourself permission to act on your inspiration. And I think that has people uneasy here. Has people feeling uneasy because they don't know how to control you. It's like you're unshakable at this time, but they can't quite put their finger on what it is because you've been extremely silent. It's been between you, God, and the universe. We have perception. And we have complacency. Impartiality, and victim. You're changing the way that you're looking at something here. You're looking at something very objectively. You're looking at the truth, at the facts. You're leaving the emotions out of something. And maybe this is somebody here who even bamboozled you back in the, with this choice. And I feel like whatever choice that you made, I feel like you were forced into making this choice. You were forced to sit on your hands. Maybe due to some kind of fear. I don't know. It's given, I don't know if somebody here was like trying to blackmail you in a way, or holding something over your head. It doesn't have to be so extreme. Or somebody here trying to use, societal norms to force you into something. But I feel like you're getting out of that victim stage here where you're like, oh, I had no choice but to suck it up. I had no choice but to do this because if not, this person would, I don't know, reveal something or they would spill something. But I feel like time heals all wounds here. So whatever fear that you may have had, I feel like through this time period, however long it's been for you, for some of you, this could be 5 or 6 years. But however much time has elapsed in between, I feel like it's done the healing here where you're like, all right, well, whatever information that they would have tried to use to blackmail me, it no longer bothers me. And that in its way changes your perception because now you see the situation differently and it's no longer fear, embarrassment, or shame. It's now your power because the way that you're looking at it. Because maybe you were looking at something that it would be bad or it would be received as bad or you would be looked at differently. And maybe that has to do part of this reading. Maybe at one point you were complacent. You were focused more about what other people thought. And you felt like you had to fall in line with the status quo. Universe, give us one more, please. Thank you. We have guilt in the reverse. Yeah, you're no longer feeling guilty here, and nobody else is able to gaslight you or to guilt trip you into something anymore. You have had major growth here. Major, major growth. Wow. Trickery, impatience, and release. Yeah, you're also not rushing into things at this time, air sign. I feel like you're letting go of the things that no longer serve you. You're leaving them behind. You're burying them and saying goodbye. Something about also learning a lesson about not rushing into things, not rushing into commitments quickly, but instead maybe you doing your own due diligence into looking further and deeper into someone's intent, whatever that offer may be that they're trying to get you into, whatever contract they're trying to make with you. Again, family, friend, lover, work. Take this reading however it resonates for you. But you're no longer feeling guilty. I feel like you were definitely dealing with an individual or even a group of people who were victims to their own demise. Because we have this lady out there, she's drinking vodka. Right? She has that vodka bottle while somebody else is sitting there, you know, slaving away, taking care of the laundry, feeling bound, feeling trapped. This could be somebody here who forced you into a caretaker position, or at least that's what it felt like. It felt like you were more in charge of taking care of this person than actually having any kind of love there. Maybe you did something out of... what's the word that I'm looking for? Out of honor? Maybe you thought you were being honorable. That's still not the word that I'm looking for. Either way, the word will come to me. But that's what it's, that same energy of like doing something out of honor. Maybe you thought you were doing something honorable by being this person's caretaker. And I don't think that's exactly what you signed up for in the beginning, but that's exactly what you ended up getting. That's why I feel like something here cost you more than it cost them, or cost more than what it was worth. Also feel like you're not settling for anything less than what you want, than what brings you joy. Maybe you had to put a couple of things on the back burner in order to help take care of this individual. Maybe you had to put some of your hopes and your dreams on the back burner. Again, maybe thinking because you were doing the honorable thing, right? If this is a family member, a friend, or a lover, right? Maybe part of the gaslighting and the guilt tripping was like, I need your help, I need this, right? And maybe it was the fear of, you know, if you leave me here, I'm gonna run my mouth and tell everybody, you know, that you left me here to rot and die at my lowest time. But something here as well, I feel like something here was also extremely calculated, and I feel like you weren't the only one that has met this person where they're at. Either way, there's major change that is happening right now. You're letting something fall away. Universe, tell us more, please. Tell us more for the air signs. You've had some major growth here. You're definitely going to be planting new roots elsewhere. I feel like you're finally being bold and following your passions. Yeah, we have a journey. Something here has been a long time coming. This is definitely a completion of a cycle here. We have change in the reverse and a message of concern. Somebody here is receiving news that change is happening, and a change that they don't agree with, that you're letting something fall away. Maybe some of you could be physically actively moving. Maybe you're not saying anything. Maybe you've been planning your escape somehow. Maybe this is somebody here who refuses to let you go in some kind of capacity. So you had to do something in secret. Either way, the train is pulling up and you have a ticket to it. You have earned the ticket to hop on that ride, to go down the journey that you want to go down on this next phase of your life. Universe, give us one more, please. Universe, give us one more, please. Thank you. We have a privileged lady. And then we have toil and labor at the bottom of the deck. You've put in a lot of hard work and effort, excuse me, towards purchasing this train ticket. And this doesn't have to be like a real legitimate train ticket. I mean, like, you put in a lot of hard work and effort to gain access. So that way you can step through this next portal. Because 10s are the ends of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. Somebody here is refusing to accept some kind of closure as well with that change in the reverse. We do have somebody here who is privileged. I don't know if this is somebody here who feels entitled to your energy and feels entitled to your time. I don't know. Like I said, maybe there was some kind of blackmail. I don't know if this is somebody here who's very emotionally and mentally abusive in a sense. Where they're like, oh, well, you know, you're the child of my parent, or you're my child, or you're my employee, or I don't know. You know, people glorify many different things. You know, it's like they always want you to hold up your end of the bargain, but they like to abuse and twist theirs, is really what this is giving me. Somebody that's been abusing whatever power they thought that they had. And they were only able to maintain that power over you by using fear. But either way, you've put in a lot of hard work and effort here. This could even be in regards to work. Some of you could have even, or maybe you're in the process here of finally starting your own business, branching out. For those of you that this is business. If this is just in general, when it comes to your spirit, your soul, you've put in a lot of work here. You've had major growth. There's that change in the reverse. Courthouse in the reverse, and occupation. I feel like you've definitely been focusing on work, focusing on putting in a lot of effort here into some kind of growth for yourself. Somebody here is upset that some kind of change is coming down. A decision has already been made with this courthouse in the reverse, and this tells me that something here is not going in the favor that somebody was trying to manipulate it to go. This could have to do with some kind of relationship. It could have to do with the contract. We do have courtship here. I don't know. The verdict is out, and somebody's not happy about it. Somebody is not happy that you are making some kind of decision for you because it means goodbye to them. So this is somebody who doesn't really care about your best interests, because true unconditional love means full-on support. It's not forced. It's not brought upon by fear. Universe, tell us more, please. Universe, tell us more for the air signs. The Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of emphasis here on work, 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 work. Maybe some of y'all, it's been all work and no play. But the card that comes after the Eight of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. You're building a steady, solid, stable life and foundation for yourself, where you can stand on your own, not one where you're dependent on somebody else. And maybe that was part of this guilt thing, right? Someone was like, oh, well, you're doing this for me and I will do that for you. But I feel like somebody here was getting more out of something than you actually were. Or maybe you were placed in a position here where you were the one doing all of the work, and somebody here was not picking up their end of the bargain. They're not picking up their slack. Queen of Pentacles reverse, Temperance reverse, Queen of Cups reverse, and the Page of Swords. You've inquired some kind of information here, or you've done some kind of research here into finding out the truth. The Page of Swords is somebody who's very inquisitive, somebody here who is always willing to learn something new. Maybe you've had to learn new skills, or you've had to study the facts in regards to something. I also feel like it's someone. There are multiple people here, or this could be one individual. Again, take it however it resonates. So we have a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and a Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody here who is very selfish, self-focused, very codependent, extremely greedy. This is somebody here who does not get into honorable contracts. This is also somebody here who's a character. They've built a character of being selfish, being codependent. This could be a feminine energy, doesn't have to be. But we have Temperance in the reverse as well. That's not being able to reconcile something, that's not moving forward with something. There's no fix, there's no solution. Because the problem isn't a thing, it's an attitude. It's somebody's mindset. It's this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups in the reverse that I feel like have been a thorn in your side. The people extremely untrustworthy. They never follow through with what they promise. Their emotions could always be all over the place. It's always, what about me? But if you cared about me, if you loved me. Notice how the word and all that, it's me, me, me. What about the air signs? Strong Capricorn and Cancer energy there again. Universe, tell us more. The Moon reversed. I'm telling you, there's a Cancer in your energy here. Somebody's pissed at their illusion, that their projections, that their delusional, fantastical life is now catching up to them. Judgment. Somebody here is unwilling to take accountability, but something here is happening fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eight of Cups reverse, Six of Swords reverse, and the Six of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Because somebody here is refusing to take accountability, you're deciding to move forward again with this Eight of Wands. That's fast forward moving energy following something here. And with this Eight of Cups reversed, this could be somebody here coming back, or you reuniting with someone that maybe you've had to part ties with because of this said individual. That could be the case for some of you. Or This is you just returning back to having options, to feeling free again, going back to that Seven of Cups, which isn't always a bad thing. Having options is not necessarily always a bad thing. But again, the Six of Swords reverse, somebody here is not allowing you to move on in peace. They don't want you to have any other options. They don't want you to make a peaceful decision here. And we have the King of Pentacles upright, which I'm strongly feeling is you. You're somebody here who's very dedicated, somebody here who follows through with what they promise. I felt like whatever the situation was, again, it has to do with you feeling like you had to do something out of honor, but also feeling like you had to do something because you felt like it was the right thing to do, or maybe that was drilled into you. Like maybe you thought you had to stay with a partner here just, you know, to keep a happy home for the kids. But the truth is we live in a whole different world now. People co-parent all the time, right? Or if this is a parent here who has been abusing a substance, maybe, I'm just using what's on the card for an example, right? And you felt like you had to take care of them because they took care of you. But I feel like something here became a little bit too much because something here wasn't getting better. Somebody here was refusing to get better. Or this could be a friend here, you know, or a roommate. Or there just could be a boss that's like, I cannot do anything without you. I need you. You're the best one. So they always want you to, you know, show up for them. But if you need a day off, if you need a PTO or whatever, you know, it's always denied, declined. No, I can't. We can't afford to lose you for a day. Type of energy. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. They wanted to sabotage you. They wanted you to feel overwhelmed. They wanted you to carry all of the pressures that they were putting on to you that were never yours to carry in the first place. It was outside of your job description. However that may play out for y'all. We have the Hierophant reversed, the Hermit reversed, and the Seven of Wands reversed. And the Ten of Cups. With the Six of Cups upright. Something is definitely being returned to you. You're definitely being returned to a very happy, joyous time here. Wow. And whoever is trapped, whoever's refusing to change is really what the Hanged Man is. Somebody here who's dead set in their ways. They do not want to change. They do not think there's anything wrong with them. You know, you're not sticking around anymore for the injustice here because you know that you're just missing out. It's not balanced. It's not equal. We started this off with the impartiality. You feeling like you couldn't speak up because maybe out of fear? But either way, you're not crying over something anymore. I feel like you're already over it. You have been over it. You have mourned the situation. You're no longer focused on what it is that you do not have. Somebody thought that you would never be able to recover from something, and they were really just trying to use that against you in some kind of way. Like they were literally using your hurt, your pain, your grief against you in order to, for their own betterment. It was for their own betterment. Either way, somebody here is not going to be able to defend something. Some kind of contract is going down. This could even be an organization of sorts with the Hierophant reversed, or just some kind of person here who thought that they were some kind of a leader. We do have the Hermit reversed as well. There's strong Virgo, Taurus energy here, as well as that Cancer and Aquarius energy. I feel like this is you coming out of introspection. Because it's right on top of that Eight of Pentacles with that work. You put in the work to break free from somebody's illusion, somebody's trap, somebody's delusionment. You broke free out of that. Somebody wanted you in a constant state of introspection. This could even be somebody here who is even forcing you into isolation. You know, cutting you off from your network, cutting you off from your support. And they do it but with little tricky ways like, oh, but I need you. Only you could do this. I feel like you're letting somebody fall flat on their face. Universe, give us one more, please. The Five of Wands reversed, and the Six of Swords is upright. Five of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Cups. You're moving on. You're choosing peace. You're following your heart. Yes, you are. With that Knight of Cups, you're putting it into action. You know exactly what it is that you want. This is a loss for somebody here who thought that they had won. Somebody here who thought that they had their ducks in a row when it came to keeping you under their control. This is a major loss for them. Because not only are they losing you, they're also stuck picking up their own pieces. And they don't know how. This competition is over. It's like somebody was really competing for your attention, for your time, for your energy, for your love, for your focus. There's a lot of toil and labor here. I don't know if this has to do with like a business of some sorts, like a family business could be involved here somehow, or maybe there's family money here involved somehow. We did have that Ten of Pentacles. I could definitely talk about an inheritance. Maybe there's somebody here in your family who didn't agree with something, and you were worried that you were not going to be able to receive an inheritance, so you made a choice based on that, but come to find out happiness is worth more than tangible things. Take that however it resonates for you, Libra. Libra. Why did I say Libra? Air signs. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I will be right back. Alrighty, air signs. I am back. Universe. Who... Give us some character clues here about who, the air signs have been dealing with, please. Please give us some character clues for the air signs. And take this however it resonates. This could be you, it could be them. Somebody here has curly hair. There could be a Scorpio here involved. Sun, moon, or rising. Somebody could have recently gotten a perm as well. Doesn't have to be. This could be somebody you're extremely sexual as well with that Scorpio energy. We do have a witch here at the bottom of the deck. Could be a gray witch, a white witch, or a black witch. This could be you, or maybe this has to involve somebody with a difference of view than you. Like maybe you thought they were one way, but they were actually another way. Universe, please give us some more character clues for the air signs. That witch came out. Somebody who could definitely be a practitioner of sorts. This could definitely be a sibling, a brother or a sister of yours. Somebody here could be a boomer, or maybe a sibling here is involved, or somebody's sibling is involved. We have short, somebody here who could be vertically challenged. And I say that as a joke because I am vertically challenged, so do not come for me in the comments. I still climb the shelves at my local Walmart because you know I need the Mr. Clean with Gain. And why do they always put the Mr. Clean with Gain on the top shelf? Somebody here could have short hair. Maybe they have short curly hair. Doesn't have to be. Your sibling here could have curly hair. Maybe this witch is somebody here who's very short, or this could be somebody here who's very short-tempered, quick to react. A boomer. This could even be like a grandparent or a parent for some of y'all. We have a Sagittarius. Sagittarius here involved somehow. Again, sun, moon, rising. You could have a Sag or Scorpio in your chart, or they do. Somebody here could be muscular. Wow, we do have Generation X as well. Maybe this is a grandparent and a parent. Somebody here is extremely immature. Somebody here could wear glasses. Somebody here is extremely muscular. I don't know, maybe it's somebody here who is very sexually active. Somebody could wear a lot of orange clothing, or, I don't know, maybe somebody is getting ready to go to jail. Somebody here could be from Generation X. Somebody here is extremely immature. Somebody here definitely does not act their age. All bronze and no brains. Somebody could wear orange, like, maybe this has to do with, like, the reflector vest, like construction people wear. Maybe somebody here could be a construction worker, or they work with their hands in some kind of way where they have to wear that safety vest. I don't know, maybe in a factory or something. We do have an SUV. Somebody here could drive an SUV. Somebody here could be tall. There's definitely a woman here that's involved. Somebody here could be Native American or be of Native American descent. Somebody here could have a scar. Somebody here could also be of European descent. Maybe somebody here is European and Native American mixed. Somebody here could have a scar. There's definitely some kind of woman here involved. Maybe this woman's going to be wearing, you know, an orange jumpsuit soon. We do have an Aries here at the bottom of the deck. There's definitely a couple of people here involved. I mean, there's definitely multiple generations here. We did see that with the Ten of Pentacles. Multiple different... I mean, we have fire and water right here, so something here doesn't mix. Could be a change in, like, a difference in temperaments, maybe? This could be a very muscular woman, very active woman. You know, maybe somebody here who works out a lot. We have a Capricorn. There's definitely a lot of people here involved. Somebody here could have a short nose. Something about a deviated septum. Maybe somebody here had a deviated septum, or they do have one, or they've gotten one corrected. Maybe it's this person with their short nose. Maybe somebody here had a nose surgery. Somebody here could be of Hispanic or Latino descent. We have a nephew. Somebody's nephew could be involved here. There's definitely wavy hair. Maybe it's this person with the curly hair. Maybe somebody here likes to curl their wavy hair because it's easier, or maybe somebody here just relaxed their curly hair. We have a Leo here at the bottom of the deck, and somebody who's very charming and persuasive. Somebody definitely likes the spotlight. They like the attention. Maybe this is somebody here who uses their body, right? Because they're very muscular here to get attention, and maybe they like sexual attention. Maybe it makes them feel better about themselves. Or maybe somebody here is overtly sexual, where they think that if they do that, they can get people to forget what they were thinking, you know, as a form of manipulation. We do have pregnant. Somebody here could have gotten somebody pregnant. Maybe that's why somebody stayed in a relationship here. Maybe because somebody forced them to stay in something. I don't know. That Aries wanted to be shown again. We have medium here. There's definitely a couple of people here involved. Maybe somebody here could have even used their own family, because there is multiple generations here, or even used your own family to go up against you. I don't know, maybe this person said, oh, I'm gonna out something to your family about you if you don't help me raise this baby. I don't think that baby belongs to the air signs. Like, if you're a man, I don't think that child is yours. I'm just gonna keep it real. Somebody who has unhealthy habits, either they smoke a lot, they do a lot of different substances, or they just have poor hygiene. Universe, tell us more. Give us some more character clues. Somebody could be of Asian descent. Somebody could have a baby face. We have a motorcycle. Somebody could ride a motorcycle. a Harley or a crotch rocket. Don't come for me, I'm just saying. I can't ride either or because I'm 5'2". And if you know of a motorcycle that I can ride at that size, please drop a comment down below. I would love to ride. Anyways, we definitely have a step, foster, or adoptive parent here that's involved. We have Australian. Maybe this is somebody here who was forcing you to be, you know, the step parent to their child or something. Somebody here could be of Australian descent. Maybe somebody here lives in Australia, or you are Australian, or you've immigrated from Australia or immigrated to Australia. Somebody here could have a lot of dimples, maybe with their baby face. Or maybe these dimples are because of unhealthy habits. That could be the case as well. We have dreadlocks. Somebody here could have dreadlocks. Maybe that's why their hair is wavy. We have purple clothing here at the bottom of the deck. Somebody here could wear a lot of purple. Universe. Please give us some more character clues. Now we're going to get into the personality. Universe, please tell us more. Universe, please tell us more for the air signs. We have corrupt. Somebody here could be corrupt, having or showing a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. So somebody here does things for personal gain. They're very corrupt. We have poison. A slow, subtle harm infects your environment. So this person could have been acting as if they were poison, trying to corrupt you, trying to infect you here. There is some kind of acquittal that is taking place here. Maybe you're being, I don't know, maybe somebody was holding you under persecution, but you're being found innocent this whole time. That's why there's that impartiality. The facts are speaking for themselves here. We have a rat. Someone who betrays a group or their own associates by informing on them to the authorities. You could be getting help here from somebody who else was involved, who knew about the plan, who knew about the situation here. Maybe they're coming clean. Maybe their conscience is calling them to come clean. And they're exposing the fact or exposing what was done to you, and that's why you're getting this acquittal. This could be in the physical courts, or this could just be in general. You're not being accused or not being held accountable for something that you were accused of that you never actually did. Universe, tell us more. Undercover operative. Somebody here could be working undercover with a peeping Tom. A person who derives sexual pleasure from secretly watching people undressing or engaging in sexual activity. Well, I didn't know there was a sexual deviant here with that Scorpio card. And they don't have to be a Scorpio. There's definitely an undercover operative here. Acting as an informant. Hidden truth will be revealed through someone unexpected. I don't know, maybe they were able to convert a rat here into an informant and have them go undercover to find, you know, who was the poison. I feel like this person didn't just do something to you. I feel like the only way that this person has anybody on their side is because they have them all under some kind of corruption. They have them all under blackmail. Under surveillance. Somebody here is under surveillance. Smiles in your face and talks behind your back. This is somebody who smiles in your face. They talk behind your back. Somebody here who is a sexual deviant of some sort. They lack emotional maturity. I mean, we already know that because they're immature. That's here twice. Somebody here is being interrogated. They're being asked to tell the truth. Ask questions of someone, especially a suspect or a prisoner, closely, aggressively, or formally. Maybe there's somebody here. Maybe, wow, maybe something here happened where this person was the reason why somebody else went to jail. And maybe now that person is speaking as well. There could have been a heist here, planned armed robbery, or somebody has been planning a heist, but it's not going to go, it's not going to work because there's an undercover operative here and somebody is ratting them out. And now they're under surveillance for being a creep. Somebody here who could have altered documents, forged a signature here. This is karma playing out right now. Somebody here is untrustworthy, not able to be relied on as honest or truthful, not dependable or worthy of confidence. Karma is playing out, though. This undercover is making sure that he's crossing his T's and dotting his I's. This could be like a whole group that has been infiltrated here. I don't know how you got mixed up in this somehow. Air signs. I don't know if you've been dealing with people who have been in like a sex cult or something. It's what this is feeling like right now, anyway. I know not all of y'all are dealing with this. I mean, somebody could have just altered documents and forged a signature here, so that way you wouldn't get, so that you wouldn't receive the inheritance or whatever it is that was promised to you. Somebody could have been claiming that you were a peeping Tom. That could be part of why you're being acquitted here. I don't know, maybe somebody else is corrupt and they paid somebody else off to agree with them. You know, that creates poison somehow. Either way, this person was not thinking with a wise, mature brain or heart. We have a jury. Others are weighing the truth of the evidence. This is somebody who lives in the past. They can't move on. They're scared of change. Somebody who wants to create a fake apology to kiss your ass with a sob story. And they always have a sob story. Constant sob story. Narrative about one's difficulties or misfortunes that is frequently repeated with intention of gaining sympathy or excused behavior from others. Seeking attention, justification, or special treatment. Somebody could have an STD. Maybe this person tried to claim that you gave them this STD and that's why they did all this to go up against you. Or, I don't know. Or this person was trying to send people your way to give you an STD. We have redemption. Healing is possible, but it requires raw honesty and change. I feel like you're at the point where you're redeeming yourself. I definitely feel like you're leaving a group. Like maybe you were involved in this, or maybe you witnessed what this group did, and then, I don't know, maybe they held you there based on that fear of, well, you've already witnessed it, so now you're culpable in some kind of way. And that's what they use to drag you into something. Maybe that started off as fun. We have a cover-up. Somebody is trying to cover something up. Lies are layered to bury the truth. A lot of lies have been layered to bury the truth. But there's been a rat and an undercover operative here who's putting all of the pieces together. And there's going to be an acquittal. There is going to be an acquittal. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should put both of these together? Or should I keep them separate? What do you think? I've been thinking about putting them together, but then I can't have them fit in my rack. My little rack here. Alrighty, universe, tell us more. What is the tea in this situation? What is the tea? Dodging bullets. You're dodging bullets at this time. Negativity is being blocked. You're escaping crazy people. You're protected from haters. There is some kind of photo proof and evidence here about some kind of fake accounts. I don't know, maybe people are using fake accounts to stalk you, to find out what you were up to. Like, maybe these are people, like, maybe you tried to leave or tried to, I don't know, distance yourself a little bit, but they would always rope you in somehow here with some kind of fake accounts. Or maybe this is somebody here who acted as fake suitors or fake friends online or something like that. In order to, it's like using this, like, emotional mental warfare against you to, like, make you feel like there's nothing else out there, or that nobody else is going to understand you, or that, you know what I mean? Trying to make you lose hope. Same shit, different day. And the people who do the same shit, different day, going nowhere fast. Somebody could even be trying to dig for dirt on you, but you're ignoring them, and they're trying to get a closer look here because they need you more than you need them. Like I said in the beginning of this reading, something here has been costing you more than what it was worth. They were counting on that, but now they're going bankrupt because now they're going to have to pick up their own pieces. Universe, tell us more for the air signs. Somebody here is running away because their ego is hurt, and now they want to come in and kiss your ass. Because they couldn't find any dirt on you. And this person who could have even been your cyberbully. You could have been sleeping right on the side of your cyberbully. This person who wants you back. This person here that you rejected because they have bad habits. So this could be somebody here that you even separated yourself from. Was putting in the work to heal yourself, right, to grow. Maybe you had to focus on work here, and they started this whole campaign behind your back. They went to your family, they went to your friends, they went to anybody in your community here, anybody who would listen, all to bully you to come back. Haunted. Somebody here is haunted by the memory, by the trauma. They were trying to trauma bond you. They're trying to keep you trapped in a trauma bond here. Because you witnessed too much. Somebody here with fake smiles, and you're unbothered because you know they're a happiness hater who all they do is talk shit about everybody else. And maybe they could plan things with whoever the hell works for them under fear in order to create these heists, in order to rob other innocent people of things, of their joy. Even just the simple act of robbing somebody of their joy and their hope can change timelines by robbing people of their power. Oh, enjoy the orange jumpsuit. I'm sure you'll fit right in. I mean, you've been practicing the fake smiles already. I don't know, it's given the energy here. This feels like it was a witch hunt against the air signs. Universe, tell us more. We have a copycat. Somebody here is a copycat. They are a copycat. They're a spitting image of whoever the hell is sitting on the side of them. They don't have an original thought. This person who's trying to run away and give a fake apology, but yet they want to keep you secret? What? And now the record is about to be set straight? Keeping you a secret. With that fake smiles. So were they still coming around, even though they were still talking shit about you? As well? This person's low of the low. Like, they really have no shame. So unbeknownst to you, this person who has been cyberbullying you, creating all of these fake accounts, right? Trying to stop you from dating, trying to stop you from making new friends. Hell, could even be trying to stop you from finding new employment. Right? They sit around with the group that you know very well, because you've witnessed it, and they talk all this shit about you and other people, but yet they still try to hit you up as well. Okay. Somebody here is being kicked to the curb. This copycat is being kicked to the curb. You know what? I took that for a reason. I thought something flipped over. Somebody who's falling into depression because they're not getting what they want out of a situation here. Again, that Queen of Cups is in the reverse. This is somebody who is only focused about themselves. They're not focused about anybody else. That's why they're falling into depression here, because they're not getting what they want. They're not getting what they manipulated. Something here is being destroyed, shattered, broken, completely ruined. Maybe it was this person's... Maybe they thought they were never going to get caught, that people weren't ever going to catch on to who they actually are. This is an imitator. Universe, tell us more. Things are falling apart, falling into pieces, and somebody can't run away from it. The police are definitely involved. Somebody's expecting a new beginning here because they're just delusional, fulfilling a fantasy. They know they fucked up, but yet they're expecting a new beginning. Yeah, I mean, there is going to be a new beginning in that orange jumpsuit. We have trash. The trash is being thrown out. This person who's trying to kiss your ass. This hater who has a lot of red lipstick stains. Maybe they're a homosexual. Maybe some evidence is coming out that somebody here has only been trying to use you for a place to stay because they don't want to put in the work in order to get their own place or to get a roommate or something. So they've been faking a relationship with you and maybe even potentially cheating on you at that same time, all because they needed a place to stay. The record is being set straight. The truth is coming out. How far someone went to degrade your name here to make you out to be the problem, when in all actuality, they were the problem. They were using you for a place to stay. They were creating all these fake accounts here to bait you into conversations here to make it look like you were the cheater or something. I don't know. Either way, we have tantric sex here in a pregnancy test, and you already know the tea. I don't know, maybe this person got themselves pregnant or they got somebody else pregnant in the middle of tantric sex here while they were cheating on you. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of people involved. I don't know if somebody went to like an orgy or something. I don't know. I don't know. But the record is being set straight. And that record could be set straight on who the actual parent of that child is. And this could even be somebody who claimed that a child to be yours, right? If you're a man. I'm talking to my men out there. Could have claimed the child to be yours just so that way they can have a place to stay. And to my ladies, this could be a gentleman out there who was like, well, that's my child. You can't just allow me to be homeless, but yet this person doesn't want to contribute. Either way, somebody here has overstayed their welcome. And they're not deserving of your kindness anymore because they've abused it. That's the general consensus of this reading. And I've given it to you in many different flavors and shades, depending on what you're dealing with. Ooh, I have this little bit of an attitude just came out. I feel like that's where you're at, air signs. You're like, listen, this is the truth. These are the facts. What more do you want from me? Like, you don't have any sympathy left. And we saw that earlier with that Five of Cups reversed. Universe, please give us a final... Well, not a final message, but please give us an affirmation for the air signs, please. Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character... Excuse me. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn the Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Focus on the good stuff. Focus on the victory of it. Because that's exactly what's going down. You are going to be victorious at the end of the day. Whatever you were accused of is melting away. And the real culprit is being found. Universe, please give us a final message for the air signs, please. Please give us a final message for the air signs. Okay. One of them was Okay. Universe, please give us one final message. And going back to what we saw earlier with that witch card, this just came to me. Somebody here could have even been paying off practitioners in order to, I don't know, to put spell work on you in order to keep you stuck, keep you trapped, to mess with your mind, to mess with how you feel, to mess with your emotions, to make decisions go in their way. That still didn't work. We have fulfillment here. Number 6. Somebody here could be a life path 6. No matter what you want to do or become, you will achieve more with knowledge. The image of Ganesha reading the scroll is a symbol of the importance of education in the pursuit of knowledge. This might mean there is a period of increased studying and learning at hand. You may find you want to inquire about a field of study that has been widely explored and and you may choose to go to an experienced teacher to learn more. Look for someone to consult for more information. This may be a counselor, an author, a psychotherapist, or some spiritual advisor. You will discover new skills from this helpful teacher as they have the wisdom to provide excellent guidance and advice. Keep in mind there is also a wealth of information at your fingertips in books. Everything you read fills your head with new information, and you never know when it might have a practical use. The more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to tackle any challenge that lies before you. Additionally, knowledge can never be taken away from you. No matter what you're longing to do or become, you will benefit from gaining more knowledge. Approach this time with great curiosity and an open mind. So you're definitely going to be learning new things, or maybe new information is going to be coming to you at this time here. And that's going to really shift your perception on what you thought this whole situation was and who these people actually were. But that is what I have for y'all, Earth signs. I'm sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.